Aries. Today's message is about holding back from being impulsive. If there's something you want to say, hold off for now. Not every thought needs to be shared right away, especially if you're feeling emotional. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful move. And if you and your partner have plans or a prior commitment today, it's best to follow through. There are signs it will benefit your future, according to your inner guidance. At home, the guidance focuses on timing. If you're planning to make changes or decisions, don't act without first consulting those you live with. Your energy is strong today, but not everyone can keep up with your pace. In terms of money, the advice is to avoid taking risks. Today is not the right time to dive into get rich quick schemes or take on debt. Be practical and don't let yourself get overwhelmed by excitement over tempting offers. At work, you're reminded to avoid confrontations. If you're dealing with a boss or colleague who tends to be arrogant, your best move is to focus on your output and not engage. When you're calm, you win. In love, the message is to give space. You don't always have to control the direction of the relationship. Let your partner breathe and feel your trust. Sometimes, space is what makes love stronger. Aries. Your zodiac friend. Taurus. Lucky colors. Silver and black. Color meaning. Silver and black signify professionalism, calm decision making, and the ability to handle tension at work. Lucky numbers. 5, 12, 26. Number meaning. These point to clear communication, balanced interactions, and support from colleagues. Taurus. Today's message is about valuing inner peace. If something, or someone, is starting to stress you out, especially through social media or your surroundings, it's best to step back for now. Mental clarity is your top priority. Regarding your plans and transactions, today is a favorable time to proceed. There's something important you'll learn that will benefit your future decisions, according to your inner guidance. In terms of money, the reminder is to avoid impulsive spending. There may be temptations, sales, sudden investments, or spending just to go along with others. But if it's not aligned with your long-term goals, skip it for now. Discipline is key. At work, be observant of the people around you. There's a sign that someone may be acting unfairly. You don't have to be confrontational, but stay alert to avoid being deceived or affected. In love, you may start to notice the small efforts your partner is making. Appreciate them. Grand gestures aren't always necessary. Sometimes a simple text or expression of concern is more than enough to show love. Taurus. Your zodiac friend. Cancer. Lucky colors. Brown and dark blue. Color meaning. Brown and dark blue represent stability in property, wise decisions regarding land or home, and security in lifestyle. Lucky numbers. 31, 9, 22. Number meaning. These indicate beginnings of new property, protecting hard-earned assets, and a strong foundation for livelihood. Gemini. Today's message is to avoid mental clutter. You may want to jump into every idea, but you don't need to do everything at once. Focus on one thing at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed or burned out. Also, hold off on making big decisions today. Think things through more carefully so that the results bring joy in the future, according to your guidance. At home, your schedule might need some recalibrating. If there's confusion with house chores or space sharing, you have the ability to bring order. You're good at organizing. Use that skill today. Financially, be cautious. There may be an offer that sounds too good to be true. Even if it comes from a close friend, double-check everything. The guidance is to be wise and avoid trusting too easily when it comes to money matters. At work, it's time to showcase your communication skills. A meeting or interaction will be crucial to your reputation, so make sure you approach it clearly, calmly, and confidently. This is where you can shine. In love, there's a sign of mutual understanding. If there have been misunderstandings or tension, today is a good chance to make peace. Just be mindful not to say things you'll regret or turn the talk into a debate. Keep it heart to heart, and love will grow stronger. Gemini, your zodiac friend. Sagittarius. Lucky colors: yellow and white. Color meaning: yellow and white brighten the mind, energize learning, and spark lively intellectual conversations. Lucky numbers: 7, 14, 19. Number meaning: these suggest success in exams, new knowledge, and the ability to keep up with fast-paced thinking. Cancer. The message for today points to a possible reconnection with an old friend you haven't spoken to in a long time. But this isn't just a casual catch-up. This person may bring a story or an offer that could influence some of your future decisions. The question is, are you still open to this kind of energy? It would be best to listen to yourself first before committing to any agreement. And if a decision needs to be made today, take time to reflect, but once you're sure, act on it. There's a sign that it will benefit your way of life in the future, according to your guidance. At home, there's a sign that someone in your family needs to be heard. Not all problems require money to be solved. Sometimes, your presence is enough to ease their burden. Show them you're there. This might be the emotional reset that everyone needs. In your career, there's a chance you'll be noticed by someone with influence, not because you're showing off, but because of your consistency. If you've left something unfinished from yesterday, go back to it before you move forward. These days, even the smallest sincere effort makes a difference in building trust. In love, there's a sign you're holding something back from your partner, maybe because you don't want to hurt them, or perhaps out of fear of their reaction. But remember, communication isn't just about honesty, it's about trust. It may be difficult at first, but telling the truth brings lightness to the heart. Your zodiac ally. Pisces. Lucky colors: blue and cream. Color meaning: blue and cream symbolize calmness, the gift of patience, and the peace needed to heal emotional wounds. Lucky numbers: 17, 6, 20. Number meaning: these numbers suggest forgiveness, opening your heart, and healing from past hurts. Leo. According to your guide, today is not the right time for arguments. If there's something you want to fight for, it's best to hold off on confrontations for now. Not everything that's right must be forced today. Everything has its perfect timing, especially if what you seek is peace of mind. If your parents ask you to visit or be with them today, make it happen. It may bring joy and wellness to them and to you as well, as your sign indicates. For other plans involving friends or acquaintances, it may be better to postpone. There's a high chance of overspending or falling into temptation if you push through today. Caution is advised. At work, your energy leans more toward being observant than outspoken today, and that's a good thing. Observe more, react less. This gives you the opportunity to see clearly who your true allies are and who may be pretending. Use this time to rebalance yourself internally. In love, there's a message that you need to be more present. Good morning and good night messages are nice, but they're not enough. Show your love that you're there for them. Not just during happy times, but especially during moments of exhaustion and quiet struggles. Support is the true language of love. Your zodiac ally. Aquarius. Lucky colors: gold and maroon. Color meaning: gold and maroon symbolize charisma, self-expression, and the power of a unique personal image. Lucky numbers: 30, 15, 21. Number meaning: these numbers reflect strong personality, self-confidence, and success in showcasing talent. Virgo. Today's message suggests that you might be overcomplicating simple decisions. Not everything needs to be overanalyzed. Sometimes, you just need to trust your instincts. If you overthink too much, you might miss the perfect timing. You are also reminded to be more understanding toward your siblings today. A calm word from you can bring them growth and encouragement, as your guide shows. At work, you might be facing a task or deadline that feels overwhelming. But if you break it down and stick to the right routine, you'll handle it with more ease. What you need today is discipline, not just motivation. Not every day is filled with energy, but every day should be fueled by commitment to your dreams. In relationships, avoid comparing your journey to that of other couples. Each love story has its own pace. What matters most is that you're both growing and fighting for the relationship together. You don't need perfect moments, just genuine and consistent effort every day. Your zodiac ally, Capricorn. Lucky colors: white and olive green. Color meaning: white and olive green represent orderliness, well thought out plans, and discipline in one's environment. Lucky numbers: 4, 10, 18. Number meaning: these numbers symbolize excellence in organizing, returning to a simple yet effective lifestyle, and clarity of mind. Libra. According to your guidance, today you are called to balance both your emotions and your thoughts. When faced with situations that trigger frustration or emotional tension, especially at home, pause and take a deep breath before reacting. Sometimes, silence can be more powerful than a flood of words. The message for today is to avoid heated responses so that things won't escalate unnecessarily. On the brighter side, there's a hint of luck surrounding your plans, so if you've been wanting to pursue something, today may be the right time to go ahead with it. If there's a decision that needs to be made, particularly involving property or finances, don't rush. It's perfectly okay to say no or delay if you're not fully sure yet. What matters is that you don't force yourself into anything that doesn't align with your core values. A better opportunity or clearer timing will arrive soon. In family matters, your availability for simple conversations or emotional support means more than you realize. You don't have to fix everything. Your presence alone brings a sense of comfort to those who silently depend on you. At work, you may feel some pressure, but if you know you've done your part, trust yourself. There are people observing your consistent efforts, even if they don't say it out loud. You don't need to boast. Just remain steady and committed. Your consistency will earn you the respect and recognition you deserve. In love, if there are misunderstandings or jealousy, take time to listen before reacting or judging. Pay attention to your partner's tone, silences, or body language. These subtle clues will help you understand where they're coming from. Don't ignore the little signs. They are keys to deeper connection. Libra. Your zodiac friend. Gemini. Lucky colors: pink and sky blue. Color meaning: pink and sky blue represent kindness, romance, and a lighthearted connection when meeting new people. Lucky numbers: 25, 13, 30. Number meaning: these signify romantic sparks, the start of a meaningful connection, and joyful companionship. Scorpio. Today's message encourages you to be discerning about the people you interact with. Someone may approach you seeking help. Offering assistance isn't wrong, but ensure that you're not being taken advantage of. Your energy today is highly absorbent, so protect your peace and set boundaries. Still, if there's somewhere you're being nudged to visit, even if it's far, it's worth going. Positive vibes and unexpected blessings await you there. When it comes to money, an opportunity might present itself in a subtle way. It may not seem immediately promising, but listen to your instincts. If you feel even a little hesitation, it's best to wait. Delays are not always negative. Sometimes they're divine protection against making the wrong move. In the workplace, be extra mindful of your words. Even a joke can be misinterpreted. Clear and thoughtful communication is essential today, especially during meetings or serious conversations. You're expected to model calmness and poise, so don't act or speak impulsively. In love, there's a sign that you need to pay closer attention to what your partner is saying, verbally and nonverbally. Not all concerns are expressed directly. Sometimes, silence and changes in behavior say more than words. Be observant and emotionally supportive. Scorpio, your zodiac friend. Leo. Lucky colors: black and deep red. Color meaning: black and deep red symbolize inner strength, confidence, and secret plans working in your favor. Lucky numbers: 8, 16, 27. Number meaning: these represent the power to build strong goals, triumph in the shadows, and the quiet bravery that brings real success. Sagittarius. Today's guidance is simple. Don't rush. You don't have to finish everything all at once. Some things turn out better when you take time to plan them thoroughly. If you're thinking of starting a business or side hustle, lay the groundwork first. Proper preparation will show you the right adjustments needed. However, if something important needs to be signed today, signs point to luck supporting you in that decision. In financial matters, be careful with spending. Just because you have a little extra doesn't mean it's time to indulge. True financial freedom means not fearing loss. So if you're planning to buy something, pause and ask yourself, do I really need this, or just want it? In your family, you are the source of positivity today. A single joke, a funny story, or just your joyful energy can uplift everyone around you. You may not notice it, but your cheerfulness has a big emotional impact on your home environment. At work, this is a good day for making new connections. If an opportunity to meet someone new or to network presents itself, take it. You never know, it might open the next door to your success. Just remember to stay true to who you are while engaging with others. Sagittarius, your zodiac friend. Libra. Lucky colors: light green and yellow. Color meaning: light green and yellow bring inspiration, vitality, and a renewed sense of excitement for your life goals. Lucky numbers: 6, 17, 25. Number meaning: these numbers suggest new hope, positive signs, and the courage to follow the true desires of your heart. Capricorn. Your message today centers on stillness and self-respect. If someone seems to be belittling your abilities or trying to control your actions, do not let them disrupt your inner peace or emotional balance. You don't have to prove yourself to people who fail to appreciate you. The message is simple. Step back with grace and let your silence speak volumes. As for your other plans today, it's a favorable time to move forward, especially with people you know you need to resolve things with. In terms of finances, there are signs that if you've been careful, the small savings you've built up may start to multiply. Your guide opens the door to growth for those who are patient and not impulsive. If you're considering a purchase, ask yourself, will this still be valuable tomorrow, not just today? At home, the guidance is to be mindful of everyone's health. There may be sudden changes in the air or weather that could affect vitality. A gentle reminder from your guide: take precautions. At work, don't be afraid to speak up when something needs to be corrected. Standing up for what is right isn't being difficult, it's being principled. Today, your voice carries weight. Use it with both respect and strength. True leadership isn't about control, it's about courage. In love, if there's distance or a misunderstanding, don't let it linger. A small but sincere gesture, in words or actions, can restore warmth in the relationship. It's better to mend things slowly than to let the bond fade suddenly. Choose honest conversation over silence full of unspoken questions. Capricorn. Your zodiac ally. Virgo. Lucky colors. Dark gray and silver. Color meaning. These colors symbolize resilience, wise leadership, and confidence in your own abilities. Lucky numbers. 10, 14, 28. Number meaning. These signify the strength of your decisions, the respect you gain from others, and the rewards of your hard work. Aquarius. Your guidance today focuses on clarity and direction. If your mind has felt scattered recently due to so many things going on, this is the time to refocus. You don't have to answer every question at once, just choose where you want to begin. One step at a time. In conversations with your partner, value their ideas. Progress in your relationship is possible if both of you contribute thoughts and plans. If an offer comes today, take the time to review it carefully. Not everything that looks promising at first stays that way. On the flip side, something quiet or understated may actually have long-term potential. Your guide says, consider the future impact, and always trust yourself. In personal relationships, especially with friends or siblings, there's a hint of reconciliation. If there's been tension or distance, you might be the one to make the first move. Not out of submission, but to put an end to prolonged silence. Making the first step doesn't make you weak, it shows strength of heart. At work, you may notice a loophole or opportunity that others overlook. This is your edge, your attention to detail and ability to foresee what needs to be done. If you spot a solution, share it. You're not just an employee, you're seen as a leader when you demonstrate vision. In love, if you're confused about where the relationship is going, pause and reassess. Not to give up, but to make sure you're still heading in the same direction. Love should move forward, not in circles. Aquarius. Your zodiac ally. Taurus. Lucky colors. Electric blue and gray. Color meaning. These colors symbolize swift communication, staying updated, and intellectual strength, especially in the tech and digital world. Lucky numbers. 9, 13, 19. Number meaning. They represent quick connections, innovative ideas, and success in digital or intellectual pursuits. Pisces. Your guidance today is centered on emotional honesty and personal boundaries. Someone may keep asking for your help without offering gratitude or reciprocation. It's okay to help, but you don't have to drain yourself for others. Learn to say no without guilt. And if you're facing an important decision today, seek advice from someone who truly cares for you. It will help you make a more thoughtful choice. If you've been thinking of starting a personal project, whether creative, spiritual, or something long overdue, this is the perfect day to begin, even with small steps. Your guide is clear. Your soul needs to express itself. Don't hold yourself back. Within the family, be a listener today. Someone may open up to you about a long-held concern. You don't need to solve it. Just being there and listening without judgment is already powerful. At work, be careful not to lean too far into idealism. Great ideas are valuable, but they must also be practical within your current context. Your guide indicates that others will notice you more if you show how your passion is grounded in realism. In love, it's a good time for quiet, meaningful connection. Words aren't always necessary. Sometimes, simply being present says more than long conversations. True love often speaks loudest in silence that is sincere. Pisces. Your zodiac ally. Scorpio. Lucky colors. Lilac and sea green. Color meaning. These colors highlight your creativity, emotional depth, and the inspiration that flows from your dreams. Lucky numbers: 2, 11, 29. Number meaning: these suggest artistic energy, guidance from your inner voice, and the ability to find meaning through emotional expression.